Alright, I'm going to do another one of my little program deals. This is one of my prouder ones. Crack Title 11. Way back in the 80s, in the 20th century, when little computer geek nerds cracked a video game, which is a slang term for making it possible to be copied so you can play it illegally. These little hacker nerds got kind of cocky, and they started decorating themselves by saying this game cracked by, the APS, the American Pirate Syndicate, and they got real fancy with little lights and graphics and little glowing shapes and that kind of stuff. I'll show you some of this stuff later. But here we go. This is my little homemade type thing, and I'm so proud. So there you go. Blah 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 blah. Here you go. All right. Okay. Hail to the Genius, cracked by the Dungeon Master. The concept of this program was simple enough, but nevertheless it was fun to do. Kind of like in life, they always say there's theory and there's reality. So, the workings of it were cool to kind of get done. I don't remember ever having any severe problem implementing this. You work out the details and that kind of stuff. But alright, here we go. Alright. The REM statements is an abbreviation for remark. Whenever you put comments in the code, it's stuff for the people to see, but the computer completely ignores. Starting July 13th, there we go, right here, 1992, Monday 11:30 p.m. End July 17th, 1992, Friday 9:03 p.m. The poke commands are changing values in the memory locations of the computer. This is changing the color of the screen and the border. Poke 53281 is the screen, poke 53280 is the border. Cracked by the Dungeon Master, hail to the Genius. Now the beauty about this is that I built the program to take in any phrase and any phrase wrapped around it that circulates like that. So let's just say we go with hey, hello, like that, and I'll leave one star here. A little decoration. I'm not going to put it with a pound sign instead or something. Get creative, Now, let's say I want that wrapped around you get something else. Cracked by the Dungeon Master. I don't know. Save the whales. Okay, something that you want the world to save. The whales. And there you go. It's a little short. Save the whales and trees. There you go. A little green message there for you. Alright, that's all done. $, $B$. These are string variables, meaning a word or text, like a letter. 10 $A$ equals save the whales and trees. 15 $B$ equals hey hello. Alright. So I'll get to the rest of this program later, but basically it's all writing and fixing and working and all this kind of stuff to make all this stuff happen based off the fact that you just punched up two phrases. So here you go. Let's see what happens. Okay. Hey hello. Save the whales and trees. There you go. And it's wrapped around to make a chain, and as you see, the little words just go like this. Just follows it all the way like this, and right here, and goes all the way around Perfect. And there you go. This was fun for me to write. Yeah, so I was playing with this one night. All right. Okay. Now, one thing is this. All right. I'm kind of jumping around here and cutting to a certain point. Print reverse E means to turn the text white. As you see, all the letters and characters here are white. The reverse heart means to clear the screen. Commodore 64 had this, text commands to symbolize something else. Although there were other commands that you could do to do the same thing. Print character string 5 would turn your text white, and to clear the screen was something. Character string, I don't know, something 13 or 120 or something weird like that. Alright. F is a string variable meaning a number. A numeric variable meaning a number. You can't give it a word or a letter. It has to be a number. Numeric variable as opposed to a string variable of text. So you're saying a value. Integer meaning a non-decimal number. 40 is the columns on the screen. So there's only 40 characters across you can do on the screen. A was the length of one of your phrases. The inside phrase that you wrap the other phrase around. You add 2 because there's 2 characters on each side making a big chain wrapped around your text. And you cut that in half, which means you're going to start in the middle of the screen, backing up half the distance of your text, of the phrase that you're highlighting. And I'll try to demonstrate it for you visually. If your text is, hey, hello, eat more wheat, alright? That's not centered. So if you go to the middle and you type in hey, hello, eat more, you get the idea. It's not centered either. You can't just go to the center and start typing. You have to take the number of characters it is long, right? And go half of those many characters. Something like this. Hey, hello, eat more wheat. And that's close enough for something. Something. That looks good. Alright, there you go. And there you go. So, to punch that up to a computer program, you have to calculate that systematically, numerically, however you want to call it. So, you do all that. This is an example of a low-level programming versus high-level programming. Where I can crank up a text window here. Where are we? I like WordPad better than Notepad. In HTML, you do center, hey, hello, eat more wheat, and slash center and inequality brackets, and there you go, and you're done. You punch that up in a web browser, you click that up on a web browser, on a web page, and the text will be centered. You're directly telling the computer, this is the text I want you to center. Let's blow it up a little. Yeah, alright, cool. That's it. So the reality is that web browsers of today do a lot more powerful things that are implied because they have all this stuff in the background that does all kind of things automatically for you, which makes it easier for the average person. So computer programmers are doing things way more complex than they did 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. Let me kill this. No. And here you go. Getting back to this example, if you were a Commodore 64 programmer in the BASIC language in 1984, you had to, as I did way back in 92, concoct this. Numeric variable f equals the integer, because usually you wind up with a 0.5 when you cut something in half, like an odd number in half. That's useless, so you just go, you trim off that fraction, integer, 40 spaces, but back up the distance of the phrase plus 2, you can cut that in half. So, let me see if I can find, yeah, here we go. When I'm printing the actual phrase, you print the number of spaces, f. So if it's 10 spaces, it'll print 10 spaces. If f is 5, it'll print 5 spaces. And there you go. The rest is a little boring and generic. You're just calculating a chain to wrap the text around the featured highlighted text. Yada yada. It's only a few lines of code, but as indicated above, it took me a while. You're chopping up text and just manipulating it and stuff, so you know it's pretty cool. Not bad. Let's try something else here. Why don't we do a little another message? Let's do a dash. Dash and equals. Why not? Today is cool. And there you go. Why not? And some other message you want to proclaim to the world. Trees. No. Let me go biblical here. Love thy neighbor. A little more classic. Yeah. Trying to think of neighbors. I-E or E-I. Whatever, close enough. Okay, there you go. There you go. Today is cool. Love thy neighbor. And there you go. You can wrap anything around anything and make this message fit. And it rocks. Little toy there. It's cool. There you go. Little toy of mine.